Now then YouTube, I'm the Toffman and welcome back to my Thaumcraft Cami world. Well, it's not really Thaumcraft Cami, it's Thaumic Tinkerer Cami, of course, made by Vazkey. There has been a few little additions into Cami, into the edition of what I'm going to actually go through today. I'm going to start, first and foremost, with what's called the Black Hole Talisman. Now this one was added a little while ago. There are some newer items which we'll get to later on in the video, but this one, the Black Hole Talisman here, guys, you're going to require Alienist. You're going to also require, if my clicking button will work, there we are. You're going to also require Precantatio, Tenebrae and Vacuous there as well, and that'll get the Black Hole Talisman. Okay, the Black Hole Talisman, guys, is in the Artifice tab along with pretty much everything else from Thaumic Tinkerer Cami. You can see Black Hole Talisman is right there. The talisman can be set to condense any block by right-clicking with it in the world, by right-clicking with it in world in the type of block you... Oh, God. Bit of English there, Vaz. By right-clicking with it in the world... in which type of block you want to have it set to. When enabled via right click, will absorb any excess over one stack of that block in your inventory and make sure at least one stack stays there. The contents can be stored in any inventory by right clicking it or placed in world as if they were normal blocks. It can store over 2 billion of the same block. Guess cobblestone clogging isn't Guess cobblestone clogging the space isn't an issue. If the talisman is empty, it can be a shift right click. It can be shift right clicked into another block to change its binding. As you can see, guys, 2 bits of ichor, a diamond, a tainted goo, which is pretty hard to get, void jar, and an ender chest with a wand focused portable hole in the middle there. A whole host of aspects and very high instability, not an insane one, but just a very high one. Still, you've got to get to this in the first place, so it's going to be quite difficult. Am I uneasy? I am. Quick, let's change it to peaceful. Right, let's get a black hole band and I'll show you exactly what this thing does. It's really, really awesome, guys. It honestly is. If you remember from Equivalent Exchange, there was a certain thing called the black hole band. Well, this acts similarly. Not in the ways that it condenses it down into, let me get that pickaxe, not the ways that it condenses it down into like redstone and free stuff like that, not like that, but it does work similarly. And let's click that on square mode. Right, okay, so we're going to need some cobblestone, first and foremost. There we are. So I've got some cobblestone here. Let me just go ahead and place one down in the world, and I'll go ahead and right click on that. Now, as you can see cobblestone and it's inactive. Shift and right click and you can see it's now active, and you can see there's nothing held in there. There's no cobblestone whatsoever. Remember, it does hold a stack in your inventory before it overflows into the black hole bandits, into the black hole talisman itself. So let's go ahead and use this, and as you can see, it's disappearing. We've only got one stack here because it's all going into that black hole talisman. It's absolutely fantastic, and I think it's especially it goes with this pick. It really does go with this pick, and of course with the shovel as well. See, you can put the black hole talisman that pick up all the mundane stuff like the cobblestone and the dirt and stuff like that, and it all gets sucked into there, so that you can just go ahead and whatever you've got in your inventory will all be ores, or stuff of interest. If you've got numerous black hole talismans that are all holding gravel, sand, dirt, cobble, all the mundane stuff, it's a great, fantastic item, guys, and that's exactly what it does there, the black hole talisman. Now, for the next item, guys, you've got to find this first. You have to have found the black hole talisman first to get the World Shaper's Looking Glass. Now, this is a real nice building material. I'll tell you something very, very useful. I'll show you this in just a second. Anyway, Alienist, Cognitio, Fabrico, and last but not least, all the way along here, Vitreous is used in finding the World Shaper's Looking Glass. And here it is, guys, in Artifice once again. As you can see, it requires the black hole talisman to be able to find this. But this thing, if you remember, and I forget, I think it's the Mercurial Eye that it used to be called in Equivalent Exchange. This thing is very similar to that. The World Shaper's Looking Glass needs 2 pieces of ichor, blaze powder, glass, diamond, a dropper, and the black hole talisman in the middle, so it's pretty damn expensive. Also, the instability is dangerous, and a whole host of aspects there as well. Through studying the world, you constructed a glass that allows you to place a large array of blocks in the world using the power of your mind. To set a block to place, all very dramatic. Also, to set a block into place, one would shift right click this glass in that block. I think it means on that block. Shift right clicking the item in the air changes the amount of blocks that it'll place. When placing blocks in the world, a phantom visualization of how the blocks should appear is shown. On right click, the blocks will be consumed and placed either from the inventory, and this is the cool part, or any black hole talismans that contain the required block. How fantastic is that? Let's go and get ourselves one of them. Pretty damn expensive to make. So as you can see, at the moment, it's... where is it? Oh, there we are. We've got to find a block. Well, I just so happen to have some cobblestone here that I'm going to use. So we're going to shift right click this. Now, as you can see, look at this. I've got a little visualization showing me exactly where these blocks are going to be placed, these little ghost blocks. And if we shift right click, you can see that the size has changed. It's now a 5x5. Bloody hell. 7x7, 9x9, 11x11, and that's all it goes up to. 11x11. I mean, that is pretty goddamn big. So let's go over here and test this out. I don't think we need 11x11. Let's just get a 5x. Why not get a little 5x5? Ta-da! How awesome is that? How large is that? There you go. And it's also got that little sound effect, that neat sound effect as well. So there you go. Constructing walls is no longer a pain in the backside with the World Shapers Looking Glass. And don't forget, guys, if I can make some glass, actually. I wonder if... Can I do that? No? Yes? Maybe? Can I not clear that by shift right clicking? How do I clear this? Shift right clicking the air, it doesn't tell me how to actually change this. I would think that you just shift and right click at nothing, or maybe shift and right click at something new. So it is actually set to glass. No, it's just I've got none in my inventory, that's probably why. Unless it can't do it for whatever reason. Now, you can't replace these blocks with them, so you would literally just be putting it on the front like that. Oh, I fell down. Let me out. Let me out. So that is the World Shapers Looking Glass, guys. World Shapers Looking Glass. Constructing walls has never been easier. Fantastic stuff. And this next item is part of one of the most recent updates. It's called Wand Focus Shadow Beam. This is a cool little item. So, as you can see, I've got rid of everything else. It's much easier to do it this way. I just went and found all these little fish, these red herrings, and got rid of all the runes that I didn't need. So, you're going to need, guys, Alienis is the first one. Precantatio. You're going to need Tenebrae. And last but not least, Vitium. That will get you the Wand Focus Shadow Beam. Again, with all the cami things, everything seems to be in the Artifice tab, and it's right off the Icocloth Strapped Silverwood Wand Core. And yes, I said I wasn't going to say it again, but there you go. I just said it again. So the Wand Focus Shadow Beam, guys, is a beam that's fired from the Wand Focus, would you believe? You created a focus that shoots a beam of energy damaging anything around in its path whilst it's being fired. The beam has a decent range and will reflect off any blocks it hits as if they were mirrors. And I'll tell you something, it looks cool, guys, and sounds cool as well. A couple of bits of Ica, an arrow, diamond, Wand Focus of Excavation, Wand Focus Distortion, and the Wand Focus Shock in the middle there. It's one of the cheaper recipes, however the instability is still dangerous and you still require quite a bit of Vist there. So the Shadow Beam, the Wand Focus Shadow Beam, let's go and grab one. Oh, I'm going to have to go into creative mode here and have a look, see where Thaumic Tinkerer is. Where are you? There you are. I shall have one of you, please, thank you. And go back to normal and get a Shadow Beam. which is right here. Okay, let's press F. Now it's equipped. Brilliant. So basically, guys, and I'm going to turn this to nighttime actually for this one, because this looks cool and sounds cool. It does. I just realised that wherever I go, it's going to be light because I've got my pants on. So, cow, you're going to get it. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Whoa, that sounds nice. And as it said, it reflects off any block. I do get a little bit of FPS. That's because my computer's not entirely the best in the world. So it's got a really, really good range. I mean, look at that. That is going right the way to the other side there. It's a pretty good range. And like I said, you saw it make short work of that cow over there as well. But that is the one focus shadow beam. Let's go ahead and put it back to daytime. I love the sound of it. I love the look of it. And it's brilliant at night time. Brilliant at night time. It just keeps everything at bay. Like I said, it's one of the cheaper recipes of Kami, but it's still going to be a bit of a pain in the backside to get due to all of the instability that's to do with it. So that is the one focus shadow beam. And we are on to our next item, which is the one focus of experience drain. And as you can see, guys, I've done the old red herring trick and got rid of everything else. Much easier to get to. So we've got Cognitio, Aurum, Humanus, and last but not least, Praecantatio. And that will get you the one focus experience drain. And again, on the artifice screen off the Icocloth Strap Silverwood 1 core, yes, I said it again, you've got this thing that's flashing a whole load of different colours there, the One Focus Experience Drain. What this does, guys, is, well, it says here, after creating a wand that can have an insane amount of Vis, you got to the conclusion that you need an alternative source of Vis. To that end, you created a focus that draws from your experience pool, turning it into Vis at a fast but not very efficient rate. So 2 Ica, 1 bottle of enchanting, a diamond, a talisman of withhold, an enchanting table, and an ender pearl with a whole host of aspects. And of course, an instability of dangerous seems to be what we're looking for here today. So, experience. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves that one. Now, we don't have a lot of experience, so why don't we get ourselves some bottles of enchantings. And apparently not do anything with them. Where's it going? What? Seriously, what the hell? I don't know if that's... Let me take that off. There we are. Whoa, that is some serious bug. I might have to... Vasky, you watching? I know you are. God knows what just happened there. Also, what's happened to all my thing? That's probably Optifine. I wouldn't bother about that. Right, plenty of things now. Let's get that in there. Loads of it. Come on, loads. I want tons and tons of stuff here. There we are. That should be enough. Should be enough. Okay, let's go to our wand here. Switch it out. Has that actually got my thing on? It might be Optifine and I might just be not doing anything. So, okay, there is something there. Now, as you can see on the top there, look at that. And it's used all my experience. But basically, not very efficient, but does fill up your V-spars at the top there at a pretty fast rate, as you saw there. So that's basically what this experience drain does. I think it's pretty useful, especially later on in game when you've got like a mob farm and stuff set up. Then it really is quite easy to gain yourself this Vis back. You can have a mob farm that is basically like a Vis farm as well at the same thing. So there you go, the one focus of experience drain there. Okay guys, well I've got 3 more items, but that is going to be for the next part because some of these items are really, really cool, guys, and I'm sure you're going to want to see them. So that's for next time though. Now we've covered, well, how many items have we actually covered today? Let's have a look. The Thaumonomicon. Well, we've got the one focus shadow beam, the experience drain of course, and then the 2 down here, which is the Black Hole Talisman and the World Shaper's Looking Glass. So we've done quite a bit in this episode. Wait for the next one, guys, where we'll be going through the final 3 things to be added into Thaumic Tinkerer Kami. Until then, guys, I've been the Toff Man. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, stay safe.